I grew up in this financial world, in the academic side and in the professional financial side. And the problem with us financial goobs, nerds, is that I thought, and most of them think, that you solve your money problems with math. Yeah, math is part of it. We always say around here, personal finance is 80% behavior, it's 20% head knowledge. The mathematics of becoming a multimillionaire you learn by the 6th grade.
Right.
There is no calculus involved, no trigonometry involved. The Pythagorean theorem is not involved.
Thank God.
Okay? There's no geometry involved. There is, it is multiplication, addition, division.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Some subtraction occasionally.
Bit.
But yeah, I mean, that's the mathematics of wealth building. So it really isn't math.
Mm-hmm.
If we were doing math, you wouldn't ever go take out a credit card and run up 18 or 20% debt, because that's just freaking mathematical insanity.
That's right.
No sane human would do that and say, I did that for mathematical reasons. That's complete BS. So this is not a math problem. It's a behavior problem. And that was really hard for me in the early days of doing what I do today, 30 years ago, because I'm a math guy. I'm always trying to fix it with the math.
Right.
But it's not a math problem. And the part that goes with that is even harder, is you're not by yourself. You got all these other dadgum humans in the equation, that's called relationships, that you actually have to talk into doing crap that's smart. That's your kids, your grown kids, your grandkids, and most of all, your spouse. As we studied over 10,000 millionaires, over 85% of them said their spouse was a contributing factor. The unity in their relationship was a contributing factor in their ability to build wealth, meaning that over 85% of millionaires work together with their spouse, are unified in their approach to life and money.
That's right.
So if you think you're going to drag some princess into wealth, or princess, you think you're going to drag some guy who won't work or doesn't want to participate, I'll work hard, I'm going to get me a truck. No, you're just a redneck. That's all you are. I know you. I am you. I get it. I got a truck in the parking lot with loud dadgum mufflers. I know who you are, okay? I get who you are. But you don't work hard enough to be stupid. I'll work hard. You don't deserve spit. Shut up. You got to learn to work together with your spouse. And we hear this over and over and over again. And I don't know if we spend enough time on this show talking about it's freaking vital that you're on the same page.
Yep. It's vital. Accountability. That's part of the reason. One of the benefits of marriage is accountability and holding each other accountable and make each other better. And if you're not willing to get on the same page with one of your most important parts of your marriage, which is your finances, this is an opportunity for you to exercise that muscle. But a lot of people won't do it because it takes work.
It'll change your marriage in a positive way when you learn how to handle money, because where you spend your money, Jesus said your treasure's where your heart is.
Right.
Where you spend your money says what's important to you.
That's right.
Thank God it's Friday. I'm going to hit the bars. We know what's important to you. I'm going to save for the future. We know what's important to you. I'm going to save for my kids. We know what's important to you. I'm going to save so much, I'm going to change my family tree, my kids and my grandkids. Now we know what's important to you. I want a car. Now we know what's important to you. I want some shoes. What's those shoes Rachel's got with the red bottom?
Oh, Christian Louboutin.
No, those are Jimmy
Choo.
Yeah. Those dadgum shoes are expensive. You better be freaking Rachel Cruz if you're going to buy
She
those
can wear them.
shoes.
She can get
afford
those.
it.
She can get as many as she wants.
If you're going to buy those shoes, by God, you need to have some coin.
I know that's right.
All right? And that's just, that's a deal.
But if you are a woman and you come home with those shoes and you're making $60,000 a month or a year, and your
kids college funded and funded. Hello.
I almost threw the pen. Dave.
Don't throw the pen.
I won't throw it at you.
If Jade throws the pen, it's over.
That is a glaring indicator that you become what's known as an irresponsible human being.
You cleaned that up.
I did. I've had to clean it up a couple of times, Dave.
That was fun.
I can't say everything I want to say, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Irresponsible human being. Yeah. No, seriously, if you can't, and I got to tell you, I've been married 41 years. Sharon and I just got back from an anniversary trip. Mm-hmm. We were living like no one else. We've been gone for 3 weeks. All right.
Good for you.
And you know what we did on that trip? Anything we wanted. You know why? Right. Because most of our lives we didn't do everything we wanted. Uh-huh. If you live like no one else, later you can live and give like no one else. You have to pay a freaking price to win. No one wins accidentally. And part of the price is sometimes my wife is right. I don't like that. But it's also true. Who can find a virtuous wife? For her worth is far above rubies. The heart of her husband safely trusts her. Get this part. He will have no lack of gain. When my wife, who's a full-time mom for 38 years, mm-hmm. Has an opinion about something, maybe Dave Ramsey needs to listen to that, because maybe if I don't, it's going to cost me in excess of $10,000 every time I go against one of her feelings. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean she's always right, but it means I need to respect that, and we've got to be, if we're not in agreement on major purchases or major giving, and our giving sometimes is more difficult these days to decide on than purchases. Yeah. Because if we're going to give a chunk to something and really help some movement or something over here, and we're not in agreement, we don't both have a good feeling about the group that we're dealing with, that ministry that we're dealing with, then we don't go forward.
Mm-hmm. And that's good. You know, that's so good, Dave, because when you're not on the same page, or when the guy just thinks, I'm going to do what I want, or the woman thinks, I'm going to do what I want, there's a lack of respect there at the core. And that's why sometimes when we get calls and it's like, I'm trying to do this thing, but, my spouse is doing another thing. I'm always like, this is not a money problem. No. At the core. This is you. He doesn't respect you, or you don't respect him. And that is a bigger problem, because at the end of the day, you need to be able to have these conversations and feel like that person's listening to you, feel like they're respecting what you're saying, feel like they care enough about what you're saying to enact some sort of change, whether it's something that you're compromising on or them fully coming over to your side or vice versa. But when that's not there, y'all got troubles.
And it's not money trouble.
That's right.
And it's gonna come up again and again and again, and you're gonna struggle with your money.
That's right.
Because opposites do attract. That nerd will attract that free spirit. That person who loves to save will attract that person who loves to spend. I'm a spender. Sharon's a natural saver. I'm a nerd. I like to do the budgets, the projects. She couldn't care less about the details. Yeah. This trip we were on, I've got to have everything ironed out. I got to know exactly where we're going and when. Making it up as you go is not relaxing for Dave.
You got the itinerary
But she
planned?
But she knew of the itinerary, but she would just be asking me, what are we doing next? Because she doesn't want to do that. So opposites attract. Larry Burkett used to say it's a good thing, because if two people just alike get married, one of you is unnecessary. So you need each other. You need the strengths of the other one, and you need to be unified off of those strengths. But if you're making all your decisions with half your brain because one of you is not voting, or one of you's vote doesn't count in the relationship, then you are not going to win relationally, and you're not going to win with your money. There's not an exception. This is a universal rule. I'm independent. Good. Don't get married. You're going to be a useless spouse.
That is so true.
I'm independent. No way.
Yeah.
No way. Please don't screw up somebody else's life with your independence.
No, that's right.
When you get married, you're by God dependent, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health.
Choose wisely.
Who's making the chicken soup when you got the flu, Miss Independent, Mr. Independent? Your butt be up in the bed looking for some food. That's what's happening. Come on, that's not independent. That's dependent.